Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying close attention to the NFL landscape, you know that the AFC North is as competitive as ever. The division has always been known for its tough, gritty football, and right now, there's a lot of buzz around potential roster moves that could shake things up even more. The Steelers, as usual, are looking to strengthen their squad, especially on the offensive side of things, which has been a focus for many fans and analysts alike. Today, what I want to talk about is the possibility of the Steelers adding a receiver who is currently making waves in the league, a guy who could be the perfect complement to what they already have, and could potentially elevate their passing game to a new level. That player is Jakobi Meyers from the Las Vegas Raiders. But before we dive into that, let me set the stage a little bit about what's been happening around the league, especially concerning these trade requests and how they're shaping the offseason. First off, it's impossible not to notice that this year, players requesting trades publicly has become almost a trend, almost like a new negotiation tactic. We saw it with stars like Myles Garrett and even Micah Parsons, who took bold steps to get their team's attention. And folks, it's working. Both Garrett and McLaurin, who initially wanted out of Washington, managed to secure new deals with their teams. It's a bold move, but it's also a sign of how players are now using their leverage more openly, especially when they feel their current contracts don't match their value or when they see an opportunity elsewhere. Now, focusing specifically on Meyers, he's in a similar boat. He's entering the final year of his contract with the Raiders, and recent reports indicate that he requested a trade. It's a move that's caught the attention of the Steelers' fanbase because Meyers is a consistent, reliable receiver. Over the past few seasons, he's proved to be a dependable target, especially considering the circumstances he's played under, with quarterback struggles and the Raiders' ongoing rebuild. Last year, Meyers posted his first 0-yard season, with 87 catches for 27 yards and 4 touchdowns in just 15 games. That's impressive, especially given that he missed a couple of games and still managed to eclipse that milestone. Yet, what's even more remarkable is that even before that breakout season, Meyers had been very productive. From 2021 to 2023, he consistently posted at least 800 yards each year, showing a steady progression in his career. And it's not just about the numbers. Meyers has a skill set that the Steelers could really benefit from. He's got good size, solid hands, and a knack for making plays in traffic. He's not the fastest receiver in the league, but what he does well is win against man coverage, whether he's lining up as an X, Z, or in the slot. His versatility makes him a valuable asset, especially for a team looking to diversify its passing options. Plus, he's a willing run blocker, which is a trait that Coach Mike Tomlin values highly. You know that Tomlin's teams are always built around a strong running game and tough blocking, so a receiver who can contribute in that department is a big plus. Now, the interesting part is the potential fit with the Steelers' current roster. They've been somewhat lacking in the high-volume, reliable receiver department. Sure, they have guys like George Pickens, who's shown flashes of brilliance, and Calvin Austin III, who's got speed to burn. But they still need that consistent chain mover, the guy who can pick up tough yards on third down and help open up the field for their quarterback, likely to be Aaron Rodgers. Meyers could be that guy. He offers a different style from what the Steelers already have, more of a possession receiver who can make those tough catches and extend drives. That's exactly what Pittsburgh needs to complement their speedsters and deep threats. And speaking of the quarterback, with Aaron Rodgers now in town, the Steelers are hoping to boost their passing attack to be more explosive and reliable. Rodgers, with his veteran savvy, will look for a receiver he can trust to make those crucial third and medium catches, and Meyers fits that description perfectly. His consistency, his ability to get open in traffic, and his proven production make him an ideal target. Plus, at 26 years old, Meyers still has plenty of prime years ahead, and the Steelers could be a great landing spot for him. especially if the Raiders decide to hold on to him until the trade deadline in November. The question is, though, will the Raiders be willing to part ways with Meyers? That's where things get interesting. Reports indicate that the Raiders and Meyers haven't yet come to an agreement on a new deal, and sources suggest that Las Vegas has no immediate plans to move him. That said, with the team's prospects in the AFC West not looking particularly promising, remember, they're in a tough division with the Chiefs, Chargers, and Broncos. Trading Meyers could be a strategic move for the Raiders if they're looking to rebuild or shed some cap space. And that opens a window for teams like the Steelers, who are always aggressive in looking for veteran talent to bolster their roster. Now, let's talk about the broader picture. The Steelers, as you all know, have always built their team around grit, toughness, and smart, disciplined football. They've historically valued versatile players who can do multiple things well. Adding a receiver like Meyers would not only give them a reliable target, but also help them develop a more balanced offensive attack. And if you look at the current roster, they do have speedsters like Calvin Austin III, who can stretch the field, but they're missing that consistent, middle-of-the-field chain mover. Meyers could be that missing piece, a guy who can get you those tough yards on third down and who can also work well in the red zone. Now, some of you might wonder, will the Steelers really go after him? Is it worth the investment? Well, considering that Meyers has been a steady producer and that he's only 26, I think it's a move that could pay dividends. Plus, it's not just about what he can do now, but also about what he can bring to the locker room. Pittsburgh has always been a team that values leadership, work ethic, and professionalism, traits Meyers embodies. And in a season where the Steelers are looking to reclaim their dominance, adding a veteran receiver with Meyers' experience and reliability could be a game changer. And keep in mind, the Steelers aren't likely to make a blockbuster trade just for the sake of it. They're strategic, they're patient, and they're always looking for value. If they can acquire Meyers at a reasonable price, especially before the trade deadline hits, it could be one of those underrated moves that pays off big time. It's all about filling needs, and right now, that middle-tier receiver spot is a prime target. Meyers could step right in and help the team move the chains more effectively, take some pressure off George Pickens and Calvin Austin III, and give quarterback Aaron Rodgers a trusted target on those crucial third and medium situations. Now, let's also put some perspective on Meyers' stats and what they reveal about his game. Over his NFL career, he's accumulated 393 receptions for 592 yards, and 20 touchdowns in 91 games. He started as an undrafted free agent with the Patriots in 2019, and in just a few seasons, he's become a reliable, dependable option. His route running is solid, he has good hands, and he's shown he can produce even when the quarterback situation isn't ideal. All of this makes him a valuable commodity for a team like the Steelers, who are looking to get back to their winning ways, especially in the AFC North, which is arguably the most competitive division in the league. And don't forget, the Steelers are also keeping an eye on their offensive depth chart. They have veteran receiver Ben Skowronek, who's expected to contribute more on special teams, and young players like Roman Wilson, who flashed some big play ability in college. But what they really need is that veteran presence, someone who can step in and immediately contribute, who can be a reliable target for Rodgers and help stretch the field when necessary. Meyers, with his experience, fits the bill perfectly. So, as we look ahead to the upcoming season, keep an eye on the trade rumors swirling around Meyers. If the Raiders decide to move him before the deadline, don't be surprised if the Steelers, always aggressive and smart in their moves, jump at the opportunity. This could be a move that shifts the balance in the AFC North, giving Pittsburgh a much-needed upgrade in their passing game, and perhaps setting the stage for another deep playoff run. The division is fierce, the competition is tough, but the Steelers are always strategic about building a team that can compete at the highest level. And adding Meyers could be just the piece they need to solidify their offense and keep their championship aspirations alive. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. As we wrap up, I want to emphasize that these kinds of moves are what make the NFL season so exciting. The constant chess match, the strategic negotiations, and the possibility that a single trade can change everything. The The Steelers have always been about resilience, adaptability, and smart execution. If they can land Jakobi Meyers, it would be a statement move, proof that they're serious about contending and that they're willing to do whatever it takes to get back to the top. Meyers' style, his consistency, and his experience make him a perfect fit for what Pittsburgh needs right now. And with the season looming, every day counts. The Steelers are poised to make some waves, and this potential acquisition could be a huge part of their game plan moving forward. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. Do you think Meyers is the right guy for the job? Are you excited about the possibility of him joining the team? Or do you think there are other options better suited for what Pittsburgh needs? Whatever your thoughts, we want to hear them. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates and insights, so stay tuned for the latest Steelers news. The season is just around the corner, and the excitement is building. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, keep the faith and go Steelers.